Combustion, inducers, and flame sensors welcome. Let's begin our section on gas furnace systems, starting with three essential components: combustion, inducer motors, and flame sensors. These parts are the heart of safe and efficient furnace operation. Let's break down how they work and how to diagnose them when things go wrong. Combustion in gas furnaces. Combustion is the burning process that creates heat. A gas furnace uses natural gas or propane, which is mixed with air in a combustion chamber and ignited to produce a steady flame. That flame heats up a heat exchanger, which then warms the air moving through the ducts. If the flame is weak, delayed, or inconsistent, the furnace may shut down for safety. That's why ignition, flame sensing, and airflow are so important. Inducer motor, first stage of operation. When the thermostat calls for heat, the first thing to turn on is the inducer motor. This small motor is located near the combustion chamber, and its job is to pull air and exhaust gases through the heat exchanger, ensuring safe airflow out the flue. Think of it like a vacuum. It clears out old gases before ignition begins. If the inducer motor doesn't start, the pressure switch won't close, and the ignition process will not move forward. Common problems include faulty motor, blocked flue pipe, dirty pressure switch tube, bad capacitor. In some models, you can test the inducer motor for voltage, typically 120 volts, and check for amperage draw with your clamp meter. Flame sensors, proof of ignition. Once the gas valve opens and the burners ignite, the furnace must verify that a flame exists. This is where the flame sensor comes in. It's a metal rod placed in the flame path. When it detects the presence of a flame, it allows the gas valve to remain open. If no flame is detected, even if the burners are lit, the sensor tells the board to shut down for safety. Over time, flame sensors get coated with carbon or rust, causing false flame failure signals. To fix this, remove the sensor, clean it gently with fine sandpaper or steel wool, and reinstall it. Make sure the sensor is in the correct flame path and that the ground wire is secured properly. Typical startup sequence, gas furnace. Let's review a basic startup timeline. Thermostat calls for heat, W-wire energizes, inducer motor turns on, pressure switch confirms airflow, igniter, hot surface or spark, activates, gas valve opens, burners ignite, flame sensor confirms flame. Blower motor turns on after a delay. If any step fails, the board will shut down the system and may flash a diagnostic code. Troubleshooting tips. If the inducer runs but no ignition, check the pressure switch or igniter. If the flame starts but shuts off in a few seconds, check the flame sensor. If the blower runs with no heat, check for burner ignition failure or a tripped limit switch. Always test voltage at each stage and follow the sequence with your multimeter and clamp meter. Safety reminder. Combustion involves flammable gas and carbon monoxide. Always work in a well-ventilated area. Check for gas leaks. Verify proper flue ventilation. Shut off power and gas before service. And that wraps up Class 25. Coming up in Class 26, we'll explore the full furnace ignition sequence, from spark or hot surface ignition to burner timing and blower activation.